We had 3 undefeated teams fall last weekend. Any reason for concern for those now one-loss teams moving forward? The national champion Trevor Manich will break it down. We'll look ahead to another big week in the SEC. And speaking of teams that have yet to take a loss, A&M still undefeated. The secret to their success, highest ranking in 30 years. Jay, we'll see at the half.
Looking forward to it, Zubin, and we're having fun with some.
We are back at the Delaware Stadium, and it's 3rd and 3. Look out! And caught! But hold on for a minute. It is. Hold on. It's minor pass interference. Hold on. It should be a flag in the way.
That penalty is declined. First down, Delaware.
Well, all right. Well, it is called first down for Delaware Blue Hens. This game is going to be electrifying. You know why? Because it's just how the way it is. But now it's going under review.
Look at this. That was a pretty clear catch and a great one by Duplessis.
Okay, goes up. Oh, he double caught it. You know what?
Good catch.
Looks like he double caught it, but did he get that right foot down?
That's the second time tonight I've said good catch, but I mean good catch by the officiating crew. And unfortunately, what could be a drop for Duplessis, everyone was looking at the footwork,
right,
but the booth goes, he's bobbling that ball.
Double caught it.
So as we see this one more time, watch the feet, watch the ball, not the feet.
Look, the left foot goes down, but he double catches that fade.
Now here's the thing, it's still a first down for Delaware because of the offsides. So 3rd and 3, you get 5 yards because of the offsides. That was the free play that just would have put them in business for a bigger gain of 25. The question is, does he secure that ball in time?
I mean, usually, the officials like to see a completed catch where you make, come to the ground. There's an element of time. Yeah, that ball is out.
He might secure it in time, though.
And again, the call on the field was a catch, and it's got to be indisputable video evidence to overturn such a thing. And that might be the factor it comes down to here, is that it was called a catch on the field.
I don't know if you have the look that definitively overturns the ruling on the field.
Taking a long look at it.
I do take it back, though. Great booth review, because you want as many looks as possible when you have that bobble involved. It looked clean at first, but clearly Duplessis does take a second effort to catch this ball. It's just, does he secure
it? Out, then it comes back down. After he catches it the second time, the first foot that comes down looks like it goes out of bounds. But it's so bang, bang. There he pulls it back in, but by the time he secures it, it looks like he's going back out. This is a close one.
The home crowd getting a little impatient here. A lengthy review on a very difficult call.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. First down, Delaware.
Yes, first down, Delaware, yes.
He didn't get a clear enough look to overturn that. Was indisputable evidence. It just never was
Exactly
there.
what we described.
1:55 remains in the second quarter before we're going to halftime.
Ball on the field.
At the half, the band will take over the field.
Goes in favor of Delaware here.
A gain of 25, ball placed in MTSU territory for a 1st and 10. Blue Hens still have all 3 timeouts. Mitakuchi throws, hit as he released it.
Oh!
It'll be again.
It will be again. Pick up the chains.
And the officials say no.
Well, oh!
Clear sideline. I thought that would have. Yeah.
Ah.
Incredible effort by Thal. Tucci tossed that ball up and let his wide receiver run underneath it just a little too close to the sideline.
Would have been a gain of 22. Instead, 2nd and 10.
And every part of the field is open right now for Delaware with 3 timeouts. You just got to get a positive play here.
Mitakuchi looking for Silver out of the backfield. He makes the catch. We've seen some great grabs on this possession by Delaware.
Delaware is going to go tempo here and try to get MTSU defensively on this big 3rd down out of kilter.
Silver keeps his footing. The second effort still short of the 6, though. Middle Tennessee bottled up Silver. And this will be 4th and short. And now Middle Tennessee uses a timeout ahead of this 4th down. Blue Raiders are thinking, let's preserve some clock in case we can get this stop. What it allows is Delaware to put together a play.
Yeah. I feel like if you're Delaware,
You're definitely going for it, right?
home. Yeah, you're at home. You're in the black jerseys, man. I think you go for it here. And what I would do is I would give my quarterback, Nick Mitakuchi, give him a 2-way go. Let him roll out. If there's something open in the flat, he can throw it. If it ain't there, let him use his legs. Mitakuchi, a lot of times tonight, Jay, we've seen him rolling out to his right. Look at this shift.
Mitakuchi keeps it himself, bulldozes for the 1st down.
And we got a 1st down of this game.
By the junior quarterback from New Jersey. Put his shoulder down, the official signal, 1st down Delaware.
There's no doubt, and one of the biggest plays of this game so far, you want to put it in the hands of your quarterback, Mitakuchi.
Middle Tennessee has used another timeout here. And at this point, I understood it before the 4th down because you say our defense is going to get the stop. But why would you give Delaware more time here?
Because now Delaware still has all 3 timeouts. And now they're facing, they got a 1st down.
Delaware's going to receive the second half kickoff, so the Blue Hens are looking for a double score here, going into halftime and coming out of it. I just don't think with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10, and only 1:16 to go, you don't need to use a timeout there.
Yeah, that's a very curious call there by Derek Mason. Because again, now if you're Delaware, every part of the field's open. You can still throw it in the middle of the field if it's open because you got all those timeouts.
Play action. Mitakuchi dials up a deep shot.
And there's a flag in the way. Multiple flags. Well, but there's a flag in the play.
Easy call for the officiating crew to make.
Delaware offense.
Yes, pass interference, and will be a 1st down.
And an automatic 1st down.
Bam. And what a good. Oh.
Gets that left arm, left hand around the back of the jersey, pulls it down. The eyes never get back to the ball. That's an easy flag for the official.
All right. 1:10 remains in the second quarter.
So 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line for Delaware. Direct snap to Silver running left. Going behind his blocker.
Look out! Whoa! Right, probably at the 5 or the 1 yard line. We don't know.
Gain of 18.
Great job by Silver.
We're under 1 minute to go.
Blockers get out in front of him, doesn't outrun his blockers. Pays off there with that patience with a big run. Getting that ball inside the 5-yard line. There's nothing worse than when a runner outruns his blockers. He waited just a little back, he had some patience. So they can.
All right, the clock is ticking down. Let's hurry up.
1st and goal. Delaware
1st and goal. Let's go.
So you're not forced into a passing situation, although.
And touchdown, Blue Hens. And we extend our lead. What a very easy throw and a touchdown.
9-play, 78-yard touchdown.
And we will eventually put up a 9-point game.
Take all the momentum.
See the cheerleaders again on ESPN2 again.
This first half.
Wow, what a touchdown. Throw.
Great job there. I love the play call there. The direct snap to Joe Silver. Got the big chunk yardage. And then for the touchdown, you go to your go-to guy, Kyrie Duplessis, into the boundary. One-on-one situation. Select number 19. Little looks like he's going to come across, and you see the defender bites on it, and he can't get back outside. This is a play we saw the Chiefs run in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Looks like they're going to bring that jet motion around. Instead, he stops, comes back to the boundary. Minicucci puts the ball in the money.
So what do you do here if you're Middle Tennessee? Delaware's going to get the ball to start the second half. They've scored 17 unanswered. You only have 1 timeout in 38 seconds, so...
And they should have at least 2 timeouts, right? The one timeout that Derek Mason used there didn't quite understand it. You know, if you have 38 seconds and 2 timeouts, but with only 1, it's just a different story.
Yeah, how aggressive can you afford to be here?
I think you try to be aggressive early, and if you get a nice chunk yardage play, you try to continue it on, but if not, try to bleed this thing out into halftime.
38 seconds remains in the second quarter before we're going to halftime soon. It's not a lot of fans who attended here today because it's a Wednesday night game under the lights. And this game will be broadcasting on ESPN2.
Cox down here at the bottom of the screen. I think you kind of want to find a big chunk yardage play here to let you figure out what you want to do on this drive.
Delaware's thinking nothing behind them, so they allow Middlebrook to gain the first down.
Pick up 14 yards there, that'll work.
Clock stops as they move the chains. 31 seconds remaining. Vadiato spikes the football.
And frankly, on that play, I would have rather seen, as the clock stops, they're moving the chains, get up to the line and run a play instead of clocking and losing a down here.
This is 2nd and 10 after the spiked ball. Jacob Hathaway, the MTSU kicker, has hit from 50. So if you can get in his range here and get some points on the board headed into halftime, it'd be a huge win.
Dropping off into zone coverage here.
Just the 1 timeout. Vadiato surveys. Nobody open. Decides to tuck and run. Oh, he flips it back after he'd gone 6 yards in front of the line of scrimmage. Middlebrook bounced out of bounds. Actually loses yardage on the pitch, but they get out of bounds, which stops the clock.
And what a heads-up play by Vadiato there. knowing the situation, knowing that stopping the clock is more important than a few yards.
Third and 4, 19 seconds remaining, one timeout for Vattiato.
I think you got to find Cam Lacey right there.
13 and white, been electric tonight. Vattiato surveys, steps up, throws over the middle, and it falls incomplete. So a 4th and 4 now. 13 seconds remaining in this first half.
And now you're forced to punt here. No way you can go for it. Because in this situation, you'd be giving the ball back to Delaware with 3 timeouts inside the 45-yard line. You just want to boom this ball away, try to pin Delaware back, and go into halftime.
Delaware just left their defense out there, didn't have somebody back to field the punt. Doesn't matter too much because the Blue Hens are very content to take this 10-point lead into halftime. Again, a second quarter where they absolutely dominated, 17-0.
And the statement was the touchdown drive.
All right. Both our teams are in the Conference USA. Both our teams are in the same conference together. In the CUSA.
Pass interference penalties help them out, get them down inside.
And we'll take a knee right here.
To the running back.
And Delaware will start the second half with the football.
All right, we're going into the locker room and we'll start our second half kickoff.
Weekday CUSA.
Woo! What a quarter we had. What a first half of the game we had.
Let's get you into the studio.
Let's go into the studio right now. We will see y'all back here in the second half of the game. We'll see y'all then in the second half of the game.
Jay, Rocky, thanks. No question about that. We'll be looking at those big games coming up this weekend. But first, we're going to take a look back at some big-time games that happened last week and the ramifications moving forward. Of course, this is the national champion